Good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Countdown to Tip-Off show on the Eagles Sports Network for tonight's broadcast of the Division I regional semifinal between the Mentor Cardinals and the St. Edward Eagles. Today's game is brought to you in part by the St. Ed's Alumni Association, acting as a liaison between the alumni and the school, while also fostering moral, spiritual, and financial support for the continued growth of St. Edward High School. Together, we are St. Ed's. Also brought to you by St. Edward High School. For information on shadowing and the shadowing programs, contact the admissions department at sehs.net. Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road and Avon up front. Transparent pricing only at Joyce Buick GMC. And Dan Andrews, St. Edward class of 1986, and Olympic Forest Products, an industry leader in pallet management and packing. Good evening once again. I'm Ed Doherty alongside Donnie O'Toole tonight from Copley High School. Should be downtown usually at the Wolstein Center for this regional semifinal matchup, but the games were moved out here to Copley High School, and we'll bring it to you tonight. Adam Mendoza covered the Division I hockey championships for St. Ed's. Unfortunately for the Eagles, it didn't go the way we all wanted it to, as they dropped that game to Gilmore in Columbus this afternoon. So, Donnie, today it's the Mentor Cardinals, the number 9 seed, winners of the Euclid District. They are 20-6 on the year. St. Ed's comes in, they're the number 1 seed, winners of the Lakewood District, 19-5 on the year. The winner tonight will play Archbishop Hoban on Saturday afternoon. Hoban, a surprise winner in overtime against Green yesterday here at Copley. And so overall, expect a good matchup tonight between Mentor and St. Ed's, probably the two of the better teams in this area, Northeast Ohio, at least now playing basketball.
Well, not only that, you have two of the greatest coaches around, in Coach Flannery and Coach Bob Krasancic. These guys have known each other over the years for a long time. They played against each other. They have a lot of the same philosophies as far as coaching and teaching your players. So it's going to be a little bit of a chess match tonight. And that's going to be the game within the game, which I'm looking forward to see, because the team that makes the most adjustments is going to be the team that has the most success, obviously.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to seeing this Mentor team play, and I know our guys are amped up, ready to go.
Yeah, we'll talk about that real quick. Coach Flannery getting his 500th win this past weekend. So, after 26 years, I believe it is, at St. Ed's.
26.
And for Coach Krasancic, he is 1 win away from 700 in his career. He had 11 years at Girard out in eastern Ohio before coming here to Mentor 29 years ago. And so with that, they have 40 years for Coach K, 26 years for Coach Flannery, and you're talking about right now 1 win shy of 1,200 between the two of them.
Unbelievable. And it's such a pleasure to watch both coaches coach, to watch their teams, because with Coach Krasancic and Mentor, those kids in first grade, they're shooting a 3. He's got them out there shooting 100 shots a day. Coach Flan, it's a little different model because he doesn't have a middle school program, but his kids come to him well coached, and we get them going, and he coaches them up, and this is a product of both those. They're clashing together tonight, and it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, you talk about that, what those wins say, and the longevity of the coaches. Talks about the culture at both schools. At St. Ed's, with 10 trips to the Final Four, Bob Krasancic, one of only a handful of coaches in Ohio to have championships at 2 different schools. So the culture at both is key to success.
Absolutely, and the most important part about it is the kids see that. So it's something to be said when you coach and you teach, and then when your players believe you and understand they had success for it. And both these coaches, their kids will jump through walls for each of their coaches. So 2 hard-nosed teams. This is going to be a great matchup.
So let's start on the Mentor side.
Right.
You mentioned the 3-point shooting of Mentor. That is something that they have been known for. You go back years. Coach K likes to shoot from outside. For Mentor this year, they're averaging more than 25 attempts from behind the arc. That's something St. Ed's is going to have to defend today.
Well, the big thing is you can't run at jump shooters. That's the big part, because if you run at jump shooters, you typically foul. We got to have great closeouts. We got to get back on defense, because if they leak, we got to be back to get our hand up in their face. So they're a patient team, but if they see an open shot, they're going to take it. They will go side, top side, and they, like you had mentioned earlier, they want to hit that 3 so they could go right into their press.
That's the other part of Coach Krasancic's method, is he likes to shoot, he likes to score, and then he likes to get in that press right away.
Yeah, he doesn't give you an inch. So, on the offensive end or the defensive end, if you don't play hard on both ends of the floor, there's the guy behind you coming right in for Coach K.
So let's shift it over. We'll take a look at the St. Ed's side. Really the leader of this team, Michael Bova, right now, Mr. Consistency. Averaged about 18.5 points last year, about 18.5 points this year. That's just steady 40, 45 varsity games of consistent basketball from Michael Bova.
And he's done that his entire career. I was just telling Adam, I remember we were playing Rhodes at Lakewood, and he went in as a sophomore, and we said to him as he was waiting to check in, we said, go stir the pot, go pick a scab, and he ended up with like 18 points in the second half. I mean, he's just carried that on, and he's got this team on his back. So as he goes tonight, we're going to go.
And so also with him, St. Ed's has one of the top wing players in the state, Jair Knight, who is committed to play next year at Emory University, averaging about 10 points, 5 rebounds per game. Nice compliment to Michael Bova.
They do complement each other well, and here's the other thing. He does a lot of the stuff that doesn't get on a score sheet. He's up and down the line defending lanes. He's deflecting balls. He's diving on the floor to pick up that 50-50 ball. He's running his lanes. He's rebounding. So he is a key asset for him. The only thing I'm worried a little bit about him, we don't need him to get in foul trouble tonight.
So we've talked about Knight. We've talked about Bova. If there's an X factor for St. Ed's tonight, where would it be that they need that third person or some other aspect of the game to be picked up tonight?
I think it's the bench. I think we're going to rotate guys in, so we got to stay fresh. We need some guys. We can't lose momentum, or we can't lose play or points based on what our guys off the bench do to stay fresh, so we can continuously go at them defensively. That happened with Brecksville, happened with Medina. Our defensive intensity was more than they can handle at some point, and they got tired. So the bench is going to be key for us.
So with that, it brings us to the keys of the game, brought to you by Joyce Buick GMC. Get the keys to a new GMC or Buick out at Joyce Buick.
Great guys
GMC
out there.
At Chester Road in Avon. So keys tonight for St. Ed's. How do they walk out of here with a victory and play Saturday afternoon against Archbishop Holden?
Well, you got to keep. I think you got to get. My opinion is you got to get the possessions up. So transition's going to be key. You got to get tempo going. We can't be one and done. We got to be patient a little bit for shots if we work the ball well. The big thing too to look out tonight is, and I'm a big fan of this, is we got to set great screens, and you can't leave gaps between the screens because these Menor kids, they'll slip the screen, and we won't be able to reverse the ball effectively, or we won't be able to seal on a post. So we got to run tight-knit offense. That's the key.
So throughout that, is that something that you've seen through the postseason play so far, or is it something that has to be tweaked or changed because Menor is different than some of the earlier opponents that we've played this year?
I think the fundamental's the same. You do have to make some tweaks because obviously some teams do some different sets, but the fundamental never changes. If we can't get the ball inside, and you'll see during the game, I don't know if they're going to. I can't imagine they're going to zone or man, whatever they're going to do. Getting the ball to the middle, we got to have great play in the middle and finish at the glass. If we do that, we're going to have a lot of success tonight.
And so we'll see what happens as the St. Edward Eagles and the Menor Cardinals going at it tonight. Regional semifinals here in the Cleveland Regional. A lot to get to still in the Countdown to Tip-Off show. We're going to go through the bracket. We'll talk about all of the other 7 games have been played in the Sweet 16. The game being played out here at Copley. This is kind of an extra site. Originally was going to be played down at the Wolstein Center, but due to some scheduling conflicts has moved out here to Copley. They also were hosting a Division 3 or 4 regional, which forced this game to tonight, Thursday. Everybody else is done, so we'll look through the Division 1 bracket, let you know where that. We'll also look back at a couple of other matchups in recent history in the postseason, especially the regionals between St. Ed's and Menor. They've met twice before in the last 12 years and have had some good battles at other times as well. We'll recount a little bit of those. We'll have starting lineups opening tip coming up. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, come back, and get everybody set for tip-off between Menor and St. Ed's in the regional semifinals. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
And safe experience for the kids involved. I know this game means so much to the players, coaches, and fans, but high school sports are about much more than the wins and losses. They teach life lessons that will be with the players long after their playing days are over. Good luck to both teams, and remember to respect the game.
At St. Ed's, students are empowered to grow in their faith, achieve personal excellence, make lifelong friends, and fulfill the virtues of student leadership. No matter who you are, you'll always be empowered to be your best at St. Edward High School. Contact the Office of Admissions at 216-521-2204.
Welcome back to Copley High School. Ed Doherty alongside Donnie O'Toole tonight. This is the Eagles Sports Network. Christopher Mendoza is our on-site producer and engineer. Kate Doherty,
my man Chris,
handling the stats tonight for us at the table as well. So it's a packed house as we're expecting a little over 2,000 here in the gym tonight, Donnie. They said that there's seats 2,400. Crowd beginning to come in a little bit. It's a distance for both clubs to get down here. This is not like playing downtown.
Cleveland Regional played in Akron.
That's right.
Go figure.
Yes. So with that, it'll be Mentor and St. Ed's. The St. Edward Eagles are the number 1 seed coming out of the Lakewood District. They had a productive time this past couple of weeks as they knocked off Medina in the district finals. They beat Midview in the district semifinals. Both were blowout wins for St. Ed's. For Mentor, they got here by beating Mayfield in the district semis, and then surprisingly, they beat Brush in the district finals. That, by far, was probably the biggest upset we've seen locally at the Division I level.
Yeah, that was shocking to everyone, and credit to Mentor, whoever wasn't on the court, for Brush, you got to still play the game. So congratulations to them. That was probably the upset of the tournament so far.
Yeah, and so they were out to a 19-4 lead in that game, and they ended up winning it by a score of 62-46.
Wow.
Clock is ticking down here at Copley High School. The teams are on the court as the public address announcer will get set to introduce the national anthem here from Copley. So we'll pause now for the playing of the national anthem.
OHSAA Regional Boys Basketball Tournament in Division I. This tournament is sponsored and conducted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association for its member schools. In order to make this event as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner.
everybody, and welcome to Copley High School on the Summit County for the Division I, Region 1 Cleveland Regional Semifinal matchup between the St. Edward Eagles and the Menard Cardinals. Tonight on the Eagles Sports Network, Ed Doherty alongside Donnie O'Toole sitting in for Adam Mendoza MI tonight as Adam is on his way back from Columbus. St. Ed's suffered a tough loss to Gilmore in the state semifinal ice hockey tournament, and the Eagles have been eliminated on that side. Wrestling going on, but tonight it's all about the basketball team as tonight St. Ed's hosts Menard. Donnie, before we get to the starting lineups, final thoughts on tonight's matchup between the Eagles and the Cardinals.
First 2 minutes are going to be crucial for us. How we get out and handle the ball and handle their pressure is going to dictate tempo early on. Be great if we could go out to an early lead, I always say, and get them to call the first timeout within the first 3 minutes of the game.
So we'll start with the Menard Cardinals starting lineup tonight for Bob Krasancic. Cardinals are 20-6 overall. They'll start with a 6'3" senior guard, Jake Ferrito. 11.5 points, 2.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists per night for Ferrito. Also in the backcourt will be a junior, 6'4" guard, Ryan Iapolo. 10.5 points, 6 boards, 2 assists in all 26 games for Ryan Iapolo. In the front court will be a 6'6" senior forward, Sean Collins. He is, again, the leader of the Menard Cardinals. Collins averaging 14.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists per night for the Cardinals. Also on the floor will be a 6'3" sophomore guard, Matthew Biddle. The left-hand dominant player is averaging 10 points, 8.5 rebounds, 4 assists per night. And the fifth player is a 6'6" sophomore guard, Ian Iapolo, who is averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist for Bob Krasancic, who's in his 29th season at Menard, 40th overall. He has 699 career wins, does Coach K. 4 trips to the Final Four, 3 with the Menard Cardinals, 2 titles, 1 with Girard in 1993, and 1 with Menard in 2013. Shifting now to the St. Edward Eagles. The Eagles 19-5 on the year under head coach Eric Flannery in his 26th season. They will start with senior guard Michael Bova. Bova averaging 18.5 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, 4 assists per night. Bova, a first-team All-Northeast District player. He'll be joined in the backcourt by another senior 6-foot guard, Miles Reynolds. 8 points, 2.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists each night for the Eagles. The third guard is Jair Knight, 6'2" senior, check that. 11 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1.5 blocks per night for Jair Knight. In the front court will be a 6'7" junior forward, Cam Grant. Grant averaging 6.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.5 blocks per night. He is shooting 30% from outside. And the fifth player for the St. Edward Eagles tonight will be senior Zion Freer-Brown. Brown averaging 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and shooting 75% from the free throw line. The Eagles are coached by Eric Flannery. He is in his 26th season, as mentioned, 500 career wins. Coach Flan has 10 trips to the Final Four, 2 state titles, all at St. Ed's. And since, 1986, he's walked the halls as a student, graduate, and now is the longtime head coach.
Can't believe they haven't asked him to leave yet.
Oh, for Coach Flan and Coach Krasancic, they have combined.
That Menard
1,100.
That Menard team's the all-name team. Holy smokes.
Yes, Ferrito, Iapolo. Collins will be the easiest of the group to say, and Matthew Biddle, the left-handed player.
All great kids.
In fact, you were talking about Coach Flannery being asked to leave. If this puts it in perspective, Ryan and Ian Iapolo's father played for Coach Krasancic in his first season coaching at Menard 29 years ago.
Man.
And so we are about ready for basketball, Donnie, as the Eagles are being introduced here. And Coach Flannery is set to go. Coach Krasancic has his traditional cup of water.
Yep, of course he does. Of course he does.
Walking up and down the sideline as we are set to go. Zion Freer-Brown being introduced tonight. Should be a good basketball game between these two clubs.
Z's got to have a huge night, be physical. Wright's got to be around the boards too. We just got to control the boards. We should be okay.
So in the center circle for the Mentor Cardinals will be Ryan Iapolo, 10.5.6 boards per game. The Eagles will send Jair Knight into the center circle to jump tonight. Knight, the 6'2 senior guard, will tip it, and we are about ready for basketball. The Eagles are in their home whites, Mentor in their road grays tonight. The tip is won by St. Ed's, moving from right to left on your computer screen and or device.
Mentor man-to-man.
Bova, left wing. Top side it comes to Grant, who kick it right wing. In the right corner is Jair Knight. Stops behind the arc, kicks it to Brown. Brown topside, ball above his head, spin move down the lane, left side, off the window, in and out, no good. Ball popped away, a rebound by Collins. That was halfway down and didn't go.
Yeah, good look. We were patient there, and we got a good look at the rim. We just got to finish.
In the corner, 3 ball by Iapolo off the rim, long rebound. Bova out and running for St. Ed's. Bova right side of the window and got called for the charge. Oh, boy.
Well, hey, you got to leave it all on the line here. So, listen, we're attacking the glass. 2 times we had the ball. We attacked the glass. Didn't have success, but it's good that that's going to be there.
Just underway here from Copley High School. Mentor and St. Ed's, no score, 7:20 to play.
Full pressure.
And St. Ed's will pick up the ball as it crosses half court. Collins with the batter. Check that. Iapolo with the basketball at the foul line. Picks up his dribbles, in trouble, has to drop it to Ferrito topside. Guarded there by Reynolds. Left wing it goes. Now back topside on the toss pass to Collins. 25 away from the hoop. Makes a move on Knight, left wing. Into the corner it goes. 6:55 to play in the first quarter. Mentor will keep it on the outside. That's Biddle with the basketball. Bova in his space. Left or right wing to Grant. Grant will work against, or check that, Iapolo working against Grant.
We're okay.
Mentor
We're good.
Controlling the basketball. Holding, still looking for a shot. Iapolo against Brown. Tight defense by the Eagles. Collins has the basketball, still can't find anything. Tries to push off of Knight. Knight stays right with him.
Flan wanted a 5-second call there. The good thing here to look is their offense is starting way outside, so that's good. It's going to be harder to get looks to the glass when they start their offense as far away from the glass as they are.
Iapolo just inside the circle. The defense from St. Ed's continues to be tough. Collins will work baseline off the front of the rim, no good. After all that work, nearly a minute, no score for Mentor. Bova has it front court, fade away off the low post and drops it in for the first 2 points of the game.
Yeah, that little 6-foot teardrop that he's shot his whole career has made a lot of points shooting that shot.
5:52 to play first quarter from Copley. St. Ed's with an early lead, 2-0 on Mentor. Collins dribble, drive, window, too hard, tipped away, rebound, poked to Brown, then off to Reynolds. Reynolds will bring the offense into the front court quickly, slow it down as the numbers come. There's Brown on a cut, Brown to the window, too hard. Zion Freer-Brown missed the bunny. Mentor will get out and run. Iapolo baseline off the square and drops it in. We're even at 2, 5:25 to play.
Yeah, we missed 2 bunnies already. We got to make those shots in a game like this.
Bova with the basketball. He'll cross the timeline. Picked up there by Iapolo. Gets a pick from Brown. They go to the corner. Reynolds with the basketball. Looking now to their right wing. Spins, loses control, ball still loose. Reynolds has it, looking, trying to throw it inside. Tip knocked away, controlled by Collins. Collins for Mentor will send it outside to Ferrito. Ferrito to Biddle. Biddle for 3, and he drains it.
Yeah, bottom of the net. And here comes their pressure.
Biddle shoots 30% from outside, averages 10 points a game, drops in a 3-pointer, and the Cardinals have a 5-3 advantage on St. Ed's.
Look at that middle.
Between the circles, Bova, left wing it goes. Grant going to dribble baseline, cut off there, back to Knight on the left wing. Knight top side to the right side, Zion Freer-Brown drops it into Knight. Knight is bumped underneath.
Let me say this, I just pointed out, if you saw how wide open that middle is, no one could get arrested in the paint because there's no one there. But also, too, I think we need to play with a little bit more purpose and a little bit more. We seem to kind of just taking what Mentor's giving us right now. Maybe I'm not seeing that right, but we got to be determined and be dominant in moving that ball backwards and forth.
4:30 to play opening quarter. 5-2 Mentor. Checking in for St. Ed's, Wendell Henry, a 6'5 sophomore. Ball stolen away, taken away by Biddle. He reached in and grabbed it.
Don't foul.
And Menor will have it on the offensive end. Iapolo on the left wing. Now he'll bracket out near the hash mark. Works topside, flips it to Biddle. Biddle looking, he'll launch another three. That one well short, no legs in it. Rebound by Henry. Eagles will toss it ahead. Reynolds on the left wing. Reynolds going to drive baseline on Biddle. Spin off the glass. Short underneath. Rebound. Could not pull it away as Henry couldn't get it there. Good hands by Menor inside. There by Collins. Collins in the corner. Iapolo for three. And it's 8-2 Menor. They've drained a couple of threes. And St. Ed's right now needs to slow it down and look for something positive on this possession with 3:35 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, we got to play with some confidence here.
For three by Grant. Short, hit the front of the rim. Rebound by Menor. Out to Biddle front court. Biddle's going to drive baseline. Going on Bova. Off the window. Good. It's a 10-0 run for the Cardinals. They lead at 10-2 with 3:22 to play in the first.
Got to respond here.
Bova will work it ahead for St. Ed's. Bova with a crossover. Gets a pick from Grant. Down the lane. Bova to the glass. No call. Late whistle. And now Bova will shoot two.
Yeah, it was a late whistle. He did get fouled. He did get bumped there. But it just seems like we're playing with the caboose on. We got to unhitch the caboose and get going a little bit.
So the foul is on Jake Ferrito. That's his second. So one of the starters for Menor has both fouls. Michael Bova to the free throw line. Bova 72% from the line this year. Bova's first is up and good.
He's kissing 1,000 points, right, soon?
Yes, he is now 9 points short of 1,000 for his career as Michael Bova. Quick substitution for St. Ed's as Miles Reynolds will take a seat. Dejan Solomon checks in for the Eagles. Second free throw coming. This one front of the rim, no good. Rebound tipped around, still battled for. Finally, the loose ball is controlled by Biddle. Henry got a look at it but couldn't control it. Iapolo on the outside. Right-handed dribble, leaves it for Biddle. Top side working against Knight. To the left wing. Iapolo there. Back to Collins. Collins, an inside player playing away from the hoop. Matched up against Henry. Down the lane, right side, off the window, good. By Sean Collins. Collins' his first bucket tonight. He has two. It's a 12-3 game. Menor by 9, 2:36 to play opening quarter.
Look in. There you go.
Bounce pass inside, going on Henry. Henry working down low, right hand, no good. Ball is loose, controlled by Iapolo as it got tipped outside the lane. Cardinals will push quickly ahead with Collins. Collins against Solomon. Top side to Ferrito. Ferrito still playing with those two fouls. Back to Ian Iapolo. Left wing, Ryan Iapolo, deep three, well short. Rebound, Henry. Out to Solomon, they'll run. The Eagles into the front court quickly. Solomon attacking the glass. Left it short, no call after the contact. Ball loose and coming the other way are the Cardinals.
Thought he got hit there.
Ferrito from almost Akron. Oh, my goodness.
Right.
No good. It hit the heel, ricocheted away. The Eagles get another opportunity. They'll move it into the front court. Bova has it and slows it down. Bova going to take a deep three. Bova front of the rim, no good. Biddle grabs the board and will walk it ahead for the Cardinals.
Yeah, we could get that shot anytime. We're down. We need buckets here.
12-3 Cardinals. Biddle shoves off Henry. Ball loose, taken away.
He's not calling a foul there.
Now we got a whistle
and
jump ball that will belong to the Cardinals at this point. A couple of substitutions coming in for St. Ed's. Miles Reynolds back off the bench. First time tonight we'll see Danny Lavelle, 6'5 junior forward.
And that's where Coach Flan's doing all these subs. Menor hasn't subbed a whole lot, so we got to make sure that we keep the tempo up.
12-3 Cardinals. They lead by 9. 1:30 to play in the opening quarter. St. Ed's got out to a 2-0 lead.
Oh,
underneath is Collins using an elbow. Got some space, missed the shot. Rebound by the Eagles. Knight will have it. Pacing into the front court. Leaves it on the backside for Reynolds. Reynolds dribble, drive, hit again, no call. Rebound by Collins as this is becoming a demolition derby, Donnie.
Yeah,
left wing Biddle hit the heel, no good. Rebound again for the Eagles. They'll go the other way.
We got to play. Oh, alley-oop.
Henry with a basketball, couple of bounces. Into the corner it goes for Lavelle. Lavelle gets a pick, now works right wing. Lavelle looking, tosses it topside to Knight. They'll reset. 46 seconds to play in the quarter. The Eagles have scored just one basket. Step back, Knight looking. Hit the rim, no good. Boy, they've painted the rim, but they can't get anything to fall.
Right.
Menor with the basketball. They'll hold most likely for the final shot. Sean Collins out near the center circle, leaves it left wing for Biddle. Biddle will tuck the ball under his arm and match up there against Henry. Clock ticking, under 20 seconds to go. Biddle now back near the timeline, near the center circle. Right-handed dribble. We'll leave it for Ian Iapolo. They'll work the weave out top. Ball is loose, stolen away. 4 seconds to shoot. Collins down low. Ball taken away. Stolen by Knight. Knight from three-quarter court. No good.
Ooh.
Boy, 8 minutes in the books, up and down. And St. Ed's struggling from the floor. Right now, Menor leads it by a score of 12-3.
Yeah, I just, here, give Menor some credit. They're doing a little bit better job for us, for them attacking the glass and being patient on offense with that side, top side. We're going to have to make some defensive adjustments here, which Flan's obviously going to do, to maybe try and keep the ball to one side of the floor and don't give them the opportunity to set that high screens. And then offensively for us, we just got to keep attacking the glass, keep shooting. There's no remedy. You can't fix if you're not missing shots. I mean, we're missing shots at the rim. So at some point, you got to convert them. So it's going to be important that we do that and be patient. We took a couple threes that maybe weren't warranted, but we're trying to get something going here.
So for St. Ed's, down 12-3, Michael Bova has all the points. He has the little teardrop from the baseline plus the free throw. Right. Leading scorer now for the Cardinals, Ryan Iapolo, has 5 points. A couple other players with buckets, including his brother Ian Iapolo, who has a three-pointer. That's where we stand, 12-3, as the teams are back out on the court for the second quarter.
Yeah, not a time to panic here by any stretch of the imagination. There's a lot of game left here. We go on a 4-5-6-0 run, we're right back in it, and it starts with our defense.
So for the Eagles to start the quarter, they'll have Reynolds, Solomon, Bova, Zion Freer-Brown, and Lavelle on the court for St. Ed's, and the home whites working against the road grays for the Menor Cardinals. Reynolds ahead for St. Ed's, bounces a pass to the elbow to Brown. Now back to Reynolds. Reynolds outside looking for Brown down low, tried to get one inside tip, knocked away. Solomon for three. That one is long off the glass. Another rebound by Biddle. Iapolo, left wing to the Menor Cardinals. Austin Kiggins, who checked in, leaves it for Collins. Collins will get a jump step and off the glass and good for Collins.
Great
now
move.
has 4.
Yeah, great. He made a great move. He had our guy beat, and we just couldn't stop him.
Early second quarter from Copley High School. Ed Doherty, Donnie O'Toole with you on the Eagles Sports Network. St. Ed's will dribble in. That's Bova with a basketball. Leaves it for Lavelle topside. Solomon has it. Now to Zion Freer-Brown. 20 away. Little weave out top. Zion Solomon dribbles in, leaves it for Lavelle. Lavelle looking for three. That one hit the triangle, ricocheted away, saved by Zion Freer-Brown. Nope, stepped on the sideline.
He's got to follow a shot.
7 minutes to play in the second quarter. 14-3 Menor, as the Eagles just can't find a bucket.
Well, we just got to get rid. It's broken record, and people are probably tired of hearing it. But we're like a step short. It seems like. Maybe I'm wrong. Cardinals
will have the basketball. Biddle works left side against Bova, gets down low, uses the glass, and drops it in.
See, it's hard for Bova to be competitive there because he's got one foul.
Biddle now with 4. 16-3. The Eagles trail by 13 early. We got a whistle and a foul out top. Solomon on the drive, or check that, Knight on the drive. Foul is on Austin Kiggins. That's his first. Third on Menor here in the half. The Eagles will inbound in front of the Menor bench. Lavelle with the basketball, gives it back to Bova. Bova left wing. Knight in the corner. 3-ball long. No good. Rebound on the backside for St. Ed's. It's short by Reynolds looking for the foul. Nothing there. Menor quickly into the front court. They will have it. Collins will back it out. Collins will lead the offense. Tried to take Brown off the dribble. Instead he gets it to Kiggins baseline, trapped in the lane, taken away. Steal by the Eagles. Coast to coast goes Lavelle, and he lays it over the front of the rim.
There you go.
16-5 Menor as the Eagles chip away. 6 minutes to go in the half.
That's what defense will do for you.
Lavelle with a basketball. Now we got contact near midcourt, and we got a push, a jump ball. No foul, jump ball. And that one will belong to St. Ed's as Lavelle was involved again, Donnie.
Yeah, he's thank God, he's playing hard. He's doing what he's supposed to. Active hands, hands up, eye on the ball.
Actually, the possession arrow will belong to the Cardinals. They'll keep it. Collins will work against Knight. Mid-post, outside for three is good. Matthew Biddle, another deep basket. Biddle has 7. He leads all scorers. 19-5. Men are on top. Lavelle from the baseline. Backs his man down into the lane. Jump stop. Window, no good. Rebound underneath by Menor as they're just out grabbing the rebounds from St. Ed's right now.
Yep.
Iapolo ahead to the baseline. Stops, mid-post, turnaround jumper off the window's good. Now we got a whistle, a timeout. Coach Flannery needs to talk to his club. It's 21-5. Menor's running away with it.
Yeah, not much we can do to stop them right now. I'm trying to see if what Flan's saying. It's a 30-second timeout. Probably talking about, hey, we just got to get it going. Everyone's got to compete. It's going to take everyone. It's going to take everyone. Mentally, where we're at, we have one guy rebounding. We're getting one shot and done. We're not getting second opportunities offensively. We're adjusting our shots instead of take it up normal and finishing or trying to draw the foul. We're making adjustments to our shots. So that's not a recipe for success. So, we just got to make it. We got to make some adjustments here.
It was 12-3 after one. It's 21-5 now with 5:10 to play in the first half, as the Menor Cardinals are being led tonight by Matthew Biddle, the sophomore left-handed shooter, has 7. For St. Ed's, Michael Bova leads the way. He has 3.
Well, Menor's doing a good job of balanced scoring. They're getting everyone involved.
Eagles will inbound on the baseline. Bova will have it, races ahead. Outside to Brown. Brown, three-pointer, good.
There you go.
Zion Freer, Brown
there you go.
from outside.
43%
on the season, and he drains it. Brown's first. And the Eagles cut into the lead. 21-8. Almost a steal. It is a steal. Taken away by Lavelle. Ahead to Bova. Bova off the glass. Good. And they'll lead us down to 11 as the Eagles have a 5-0 run coming out of the timeout. Here comes the full court defense by St. Ed's. Grant going to force it in the backcourt. Just ahead are the Cardinals. Iapolo from the corner.
Let's go. Pull it and go.
And now a timeout by Menor, I believe.
Yeah, Coach K is going crazy on his players right now about leaving open shooters there.
Iapolo now with 8. He's got a couple of three-pointers. It's 24-10, 4:26 to play in the first half.
So we got to get we got to get this to under 8 before half.
Last time these two teams met was 5 years ago in the postseason. St. Ed's came away with a 62-43 lead. Menor led in that game, though, Donnie, 23-9 before St. Ed's would come back to eventually win the ball game.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of time left.
Knight will walk it ahead for St. Ed's. Finds Grant baseline. Cut off there. Out to Lavelle. 3 in the air from Lavelle is good.
Boy, how about Danny Lavelle? What got into him?
Lavelle with a three-pointer. 24-13. 4 minutes to go. Full court press by St. Ed's.
Come on, Rich, get ahead of him.
Collins will work it ahead. Collins got an open lane, and he missed the bunny. Collins took it coast to coast. The Eagles ahead. Three-pointer missed by Knight. Ball ricochets away, controlled by Ferrito. Ferrito playing with 2 fouls. He'll work it ahead. Ferrito down the right side of the lane. Off the glass, too hard. Brown with the outlet pass. Going to go ahead to Lavelle. Lavelle all alone. Lavelle to the rack and lays it in. 24-15, 33
Let's go.
to play here in the first half. Eagles back into that full court press. Ferrito going to work it ahead against Grant. Off of Grant, out of bounds in the backcourt.
Yeah, since that timeout that Coach Flan called the 32nd, where he probably said a few encouraging words, we've responded and we're playing with purpose now. So our defense is going to get us back into this game here.
Lavelle was 7. The Eagles are down 9. 24-15, 3:20 Bova will pick up Biddle as Biddle crosses into the forecourt. He'll go to work, left side, glass, good.
Someone's got to come over and help. Someone's got to come over and help on that.
Biddle has 9. Lucas Perusik is checked in for the Eagles. Perusik, the 6'3", or 5'11" junior. Lavelle at the foul line. Lavelle in the lane. Lavelle off the glass, no good. Rebound squeezed by Menor. Pulled in there by Ryan Iapolo.
Yeah, they're controlling the boards.
Ferrito working against
Travel.
Lavelle. No call. He took 4 steps. Wow! He fell forward. Collins is going to try to take Grant to the hoop. Missed the shot. Grant gets the rebound, puts it back after shoving Grant to the side. Sean Collins, the second team All-Northeast Lakes player. 28-15. Bova attacks the rim, and Bova lays it in as he crosses over the lane. Eagles down 11.
That's what we need.
2:18 to go.
Yeah, we need him to do that all night long.
Bova with 7.
Help, help.
Collins to the lane, to the line. And again, an easy look from Sean Collins.
Too easy of a look.
That lane cleared out. Here's Bova going to go back. Bova with a reverse lay-in.
Come on, Bove. Come on, Bove.
Bova with
Bove.
9. The lead is 11. Stolen away.
Off his leg.
Perusik knocked it away. And St. Ed's will have it.
Good minute, Danny.
Andy Lavelle will check out. So will Perusik. Eagles with the basketball. Bova to the rack, to the rim, and he got it to go. That's number 1001 for Michael Bova.
Congratulations, Bove. You're in a special club now.
Bova with 11. The Eagles are back to within 9. 30-21, 1:30 to play first half. Collins dribbles into the line, into the lane, missed. Ball ricocheted away. Bova with a board. Bova will run the offense 3-on-2. Bova to the rim. Layup no good. Rebound Solomon. Whistle underneath. We'll see what it is. Oh my goodness.
A game of inches.
Laid it up there. Just missed.
But what I'd like to see here is we're getting opportunities now. We got a ton of opportunities that we're playing hard. Defense is creating a lot of opportunities for our offense.
So the foul is on Ferrito. That's his 3rd, Donnie. It'll send Solomon to the line. 61% on the year. First one is good.
No sub out for him.
Checking in is Austin Kiggins. Jake Ferrito is out.
We're at 8.
And here comes the second shot for Solomon. Again, 61% at the line. Solomon tonight has 1 point on the last free throw. Right-handed shooter line bends the knee, tosses it in. 7-point advantage as the Eagles continue to chip away. 30-23. Full court press by the Eagles. Ahead to Iapolo. Iapolo caught. Quick hands by Bova. Ball moves to the floor. Now back out to Biddle. Biddle's going to work baseline. Took an extra step. Was blocked at the rim. Cam Grant got his hands up, knocked it away. Leaves it for Bova. Bova on the outside. Bova gets a pick. Bova at the elbow. Solomon outside. They'll slow it down with under a minute to go. Bova working right side crossover into the lane. Bova finds a seam. Bova to the rack. Got it to go.
Unbelievable.
Michael Bova with 13, and the Eagles are within 5. 30-25. Menor leads it. Now we got a whistle. And the conference will be had by the officials. They put the points on the board. We'll find out what it is. They'll come to the table. It was well after the bucket. 48.6 to play in the first half. Menor 30, St. Ed's 25, and now the officials talking to the group at the table. Now we've got an issue.
Bringing the AD from Copley out.
The AD from Copley will be talked to. This generally doesn't happen if it's just the head coaches with conversations for the officials. Andy Jolwin is the AD here at Copley, does a nice job. Now we have a whistle. And we will redo it. Did not get an explanation. as to the situation, but the Eagles are down just 5. 48.6 seconds to go. The Eagles have the possession arrow as well. Menor looking, trying to get it in. They finally do. It's tipped away. Bova sent it into the student section.
Active hands. Active hands. Now what you got to watch here is be careful you don't send a flyer down.
Now for Menor, they're caught on the spot, right, Donnie? They can't move
as
opposed to the basket. This one's dropped in for Collins in the backcourt. Picked up there by Cam Grant. A couple of 6'7" players going to work it ahead.
Yeah, right.
Collins between the leg dribble, working against Grant. Now he'll back it out. 35 seconds to play first half. Collins looking, steps in, up and under, good.
Let's go, pull it, let's go.
26 seconds to go. Eagles down by 7, 32-25. St. Ed's will most likely play for the final shot. Bova into the front court, leaves it there for Grant. Top side to Brown. Brown will pound the hardwood and bleed the clock. Now the handoff comes to Knight. Knight back to the same spot between the circles. Right-handed dribble down the lane to the window. Got hammered, no call. Ball is loose, 4 seconds to go. Collins is going to take it, and Brown grabbed it.
Good foul.
2.9 seconds to go. Brown picks up his first foul. Zion Freer-Brown, the Dartmouth football recruit.
Do you pull Bova here so he doesn't get a second foul cheap here? Yeah, they pulled him.
They did. And they'll put Lucas Perusic in to guard Biddle. 2.9 seconds to go. Ball in the backcourt. It comes to Iapolo. He's going to baseball pass it ahead, hit the glass, nothing else. We go to the locker room. 16 minutes in the books. Menor 32, St. Ed's 25. A much better second quarter for the Eagles. They put up 22 points.
Yeah, so it started with that timeout that Flan had. He pulled him in a circle, and again, he probably exchanged some pleasantries, said, ask him politely if they would start playing hard for him.
I'm sure it was a polite conversation.
That's the way Flan is.
That's right, so we'll take
Never heard him raise his voice in my life.
From Copley High School, Ed Doherty, Donnie O'Toole on the Eagles Sports Network. We'll take a timeout, come back, have the halftime report with Menor leading St. Ed's 32-25.
Transparent upfront pricing.
Only at Joyce Buick GMC.
The price you see is the price you pay.
No fine print or hidden fees.
Choose the model and options you want. Pick your color from our large selection of Buick and GMCs. And that's why we say, drive Joyce. Your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
Hey, ask Mom if she's listening. Oh, what'd she say?
Grandma said she turned it on.
Welcome back to Copley High School. Ed Doherty alongside Donnie O'Toole here in the Cleveland Regional being played in Copley tonight. Our on-site producer and engineer is Chris Mendoza. Statistician tonight, Kate Doherty, has joined us here at the table as well. Full crew tonight as we are at halftime. Yep. 32-25. Menor leading St. Ed's in a much more entertaining last 8 minutes than the first 8 minutes. It was 12-3 at the end of the first quarter. St. Ed's was down by 9. They played much better in the second. So with that, the Eagles are led today by Michael Bova. Bova now with 13 points. He had 10 of those in the second period. Danny Lavelle giving St. Ed's 7 points. Zion Freer-Brown has a three-pointer. And Solomon has a couple of free throws for St. Ed's. For Menor tonight, they have gotten 10 from Sean Collins, but they've been way too easy for Collins. He's found that lane, has dribbled in, and it almost seems like St. Ed's is playing that three-pointer. They're afraid of the dribble drive and pass out, and they've opened the lane up for Collins to take advantage of it.
Yeah, we haven't done a great job defensively of moving over and help side defense. And, you know, and they'll see that when they watch the film. They're going to have to get to the line to the hole to protect the shots at the rim, and if they got a kick, let them shoot. If they make a couple, then we'll make those adjustments. But we've given up way too much at the glass. The nice thing, real quick, is we responded. We survived their run. Here it's a 7-point game. It probably should be a little bit closer than that. So, you know, they're probably getting a little bit tired. You know, they didn't sub a whole lot. They got some foul trouble, so it's going to be a great second half.
Yeah, so for Menor, all of their points have come from their starters, all 32 points. Iapolo, that's Ian Iapolo, has 8. We talked about Biddle's outside shooting. He has 9. Collins has 10. and Ryan Iapolo had 5 all in the first quarter. So they're not getting much production from the bench, whereas St. Ed's is getting minutes, maybe not points, as Bova right now has 13 of the 25. But you can get that sense that St. Ed's is deeper right now than Menor is.
Well, and to your point, exactly. And if you notice, Bova went on his run probably with 4 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, where the guys covering Bova are probably a little bit winded. And Bova just kicks it into another level when that happens, because he gets to the glass so easily, and it's hard to defend that.
Yeah, here at Copley High School, it's halftime. Ed Doherty alongside Donnie O'Toole on the Eagles Sports Network. About 6 minutes or so before second half action in the third quarter gets started. 32-25, the Cardinals leading the Eagles. The winner tonight gets Archbishop Hoban, who won in overtime yesterday against Green, 60-54. If you look at the other games in Division I, Pick Central won. They beat Upper Arlington. They'll take on Gahanna Lincoln and Ohio Dominican this weekend. Fairfield and Centerville will match up at Xavier's Cintas Center in the Region 4 Championship. They had some tight games, taking on Huber Heights, Wayne, and Kettering Fairmont in the Region 4 semis. And St. Ignatius won last night at the Mack Center again in Kent as they beat Cleveland Heights, and they have Lima Senior this weekend. But that district went from playing at Kent State. They now have to play at Toledo out at Savage Arena.
Yeah,
how that one breaks down.
Someone explain that one to me.
But the winner tonight gets Hoban back here at Copley in the afternoon on Saturday. We'll take a timeout here from Copley High School. When we come back, we will look back at a couple of the other postseason interactions between St. Ed's and Menor, and we'll get you some stats from the first half as well. All that after the break here on the Eagles Sports Network.
The St. Ed's Alumni Association is once again proud to sponsor the live stream broadcasts of your St. Edward Eagles. The Alumni Association acts as a liaison between alumni and the school while fostering moral, spiritual, and financial support for the continued growth of St. Edward High School. Together, we are St. Ed's. Attention alumni, Eagle Connect is your one-stop shop for all things St. Ed's. Whether you're looking to reconnect with classmates, professionally network, catch a live stream broadcast, or want to flip through your digital yearbook catalog, Eagle Connect has you covered. Sign up today at sehsconnect.net.
Back here at Copley High School, Ed Doherty alongside Donnie O'Toole. Halftime as St. Ed's and Menor battling in the regional semifinal matchup. Winner moves on to play Akron Archbishop Hoban on Saturday. Right now, Menor 32, St. Ed's 25. Menor's leading scorer, Sean Collins. He has 10 in the ball game for St. Ed's. It's Michael Bova with 13, as he is now past 1,000 points in his career as Michael Bova.
In 3 years he did it.
Yes.
3 years he did it. Think about that. That is a testament to his hard work. The offseason, that's a testament to Coach Flan coaching him, giving him the confidence in what he needs to do to arrive. That is not an easy task, and that should be acknowledged and rewarded.
So 2 other times in the last 12 years these teams have met in the postseason. Back in 2017 at the Wolstein Center, St. Ed's had a 62-43 win as the Eagles led by as many as 20 in the fourth quarter after being down 14 in the first. Jack Sullivan had 15 in the game. Grant Huffman had 12 for St. Ed's in that game. And Tadas Tatarunas had 17 points, 10 rebounds for the Menor Cardinals.
Sully was just, the kid was just in a comfort zone like none other.
And if you go back 12 years, we'll see if your memory serves you on this one.
I was really young then.
Menor 61, St. Ed's 57, also at the Wolstein Center. St. Ed's led by 14 points in the first half. They had a 10-0 start, but the score was tied at 40 at the end of the third. Menor made 9 of 10 free throws in the final couple of minutes to seal the deal. Cole Krasanchik in the game.
Yeah.
21 points.
Yeah.
He had 5 3-pointers in the second half of that ball game to seal the win and send Menor on to the Final Four, where they lost to Cincinnati Moeller that year. And probably the greatest game between these two teams. Donnie, I don't know if you were in attendance. I was. It was at Menor High School. It was in 2011. It was 108-105.
Oh, yeah. Was it overtime? Was it overtime or no?
No, that was, I believe, only went regular I do not believe that
I
game
was
went
there
to
at that game.
That place, I thought the building was going to fall down at Menor High School.
Back and forth. Oh, it was just
Elijah Brown had a team-high 23 points for St. Ed's. Delbert Love had 20. Miles Hamilton had 15. James Crawford had 13 in that game for St. Ed's.
my man Croft.
And Mike Newton had 12. Cole Krasanchik, Colin Barth, and Justin Fritz, who went on to play tight end at North Carolina for Menor.
Yeah.
They combined for, well, let's see. Krasanchik had 35 in the game, 30 for Barth and 21 for Fritz in that game, where they couldn't miss in the fourth quarter. That game was crazy.
Unbelievable.
So,
just talked to Coach Smith a little bit here. Some things, what we're looking for in the second half is we have to keep up our ball pressure, okay? So get up and down the line, get in our guys' grill, and then we spoke about it at great length. Our help side defense has got to step up, and we got to cut those shots off at the rim, and cut off their drives. Offensively, keep attacking the rim, finish strong, don't assume fouls, crash the boards, and look for leak outs.
Both teams are on the court. Third quarter about ready to start. Want to remind you that today's game is brought to you in part by the St. Ed's Alumni Association, acting as a liaison between the alumni and the school while fostering moral, spiritual, and financial support for the continued growth of St. Edward High School. Also brought to you by St. Edward High School. For information on the shadowing programs, contact the admissions department at sehs.net. Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road in Avon, upfront transparent pricing only at Joyce Buick GMC. And Dan Andrews, St. Ed's class of 1986, and the Olympic Forest Products, an industry leader in pallet management and packing. So we are about set for third quarter action. The Eagles will start with Knight, Grant, Reynolds, Brown, and Bova, the same starting five.
Got to score right here.
For the Cardinals, they'll go with Ferrito, Ian Iapolo, Ryan Iapolo, Sean Collins, and Matthew Biddle there starting five. Down low for the Eagles. They'll drop it into Knight. Knight's going to go up and under and get the reverse lay-in.
May have got fouled, too.
5-point game, now 32-27, 15 seconds in. The Eagles have cut into the lead. Biddle will have it. He'll move it ahead to Collins. Collins outside. Iapolo for three. Good.
Let's go. Push it.
Iapolo will drop down another three. Iapolo has 8 in the ball game. The lead is 8. Bova outside. Cam Grant will dribble in, kick it outside. Knight thought about a three. Jab step now into the lane. Mid post. Hit the heel. Gets his own rebound. Knight puts it back up. Missed again. Cam Grant crashing the boards and crashing home.
That's what we got to do is hit those boards. We didn't do that in the first half.
35-29. A minute gone here in the third. Eagles within 6. Ferrito with 3 fouls will work it ahead. Ferrito quickly ahead. Ferrito low post off the glass. Good.
Got to contest that shot somehow.
A whistle and a timeout called for by the Menor Cardinals.
Coach Krasanchik is getting in their grill a little bit because obviously we've had some pretty good open looks and then we had 2 or 3 follow-ups and offensive rebounds and got some putbacks, so I'm sure they're going to make an adjustment to that there.
6:52 to play in the third, 37-29. Menor leads St. Ed's. Ed Doherty, Donnie O'Toole, Chris Mendoza, and Kate Doherty bringing you today's game on the Eagles Sports Network. Brought to you by Diane Andrews, president of Olympic Forest. Olympic Forest, an industry leader in providing pallets, packaging, and pallet management services that are cost-effective, reliable, and sustainable.
Kate's the brains of this operation.
She's been with us on football games for the last 8 years, yes.
By golly.
She runs the show, according to my partners on the football broadcast.
I'm going to have to talk to Adam about getting her for basketball.
Michael Bova will bring it ahead, left to right for the Eagles. Drops it to Brown topside. Brown looking. Now he'll hand it to Knight. Knight into the lane, right side, low post window, good.
Boy, great move by him. If he can get hot for us along with Bova, that would be great.
Knight with 4, all here in the second half. Full court press for St. Ed's. Collins will have it. He'll try to work the basketball ahead. Collins caught in the backcourt. They finally get it ahead to Biddle. 3-on-1. Iapolo low post.
Traveled
with the basketball. He did.
Good call.
I'm going to get you a striped shirt, Donnie, from up here.
I'm usually grabbing Adam going, he traveled.
Having a lot of fun tonight, and that's what high school sports should be about.
Absolutely.
You got to Pretty good crowd tonight, nearing 2,000 here at Copley High School. St. Ed's and Mentor, 6-point game, 6:13 to play in the third. Eagles are down by 6. They have led only once tonight at 2-0. Knight in the corner, guarded there by Biddle. Jab step. Now he'll work into the lane. Got hammered and no call. Wow! Big swipe as Knight came across the lane and no call. That looked like a Ric Flair chest slap.
Don't get me going.
Oh, my goodness. Inbound pass is stolen, and Cam Grant lays it in. It's a 4-point ball game. Ferrito in the backcourt. Nose to nose with Solomon. Ferrito will cross the timeline. Ball is poked loose. Who's going to get it? Ball is loose.
10 count. 10 count.
And now we got a whistle and a foul on St. Ed's. They're going to get Knight, I believe, on the chop. Wow.
Game inches.
5:40 to play in the third. 37-33. Biddle will get the inbound in the backcourt. He'll be marked by Bova. Biddle, left-handed dribble between the legs. He's a left-handed dominant player. He likes to go left side. Baseline. Looking outside to Collins. Collins down the lane. Collins reverse layup is good.
Can't gamble. We gambled on the back end steal. That doesn't work.
39-33. Mentor leads by 6. Over to Solomon in front of the Eagle bench. Looking for Grant in the low post. Grant working inside, spinning up. Window too hard, no good. Whistle underneath. Foul on Bova.
They're not calling that.
They did call Michael Bova, I guess, a push. Here comes Lavelle. Lavelle in for Knight. Bova will stay on the floor. 5:09 to play in the third. Mentor to inbound the ball from their baseline. Looking, still looking. Long 5 count, and they gave him a timeout.
From where? Who called it?
Yeah, Coach Flannery out on the floor looking for a timeout. This will be a full timeout by the Mentor Cardinals. I believe they've used 3 of their timeouts already. This is the third for the Cardinals. This is a full.
Yep.
We'll keep it here and tell you that at St. Ed, students are empowered to grow in their faith, achieve personal excellence, make lifelong friends, and fulfill the virtues of student leadership. No matter who you are, you'll always be empowered to be your best at St. Edward High School. For more information, contact the Office of Admissions, 216-521-2204. 39-33, 5:09. And a 7-second count turned into a timeout for the Cardinals under their own basket.
You just know how to light that fuse, don't you?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to need some gum. I'm going to chew on the gum.
I bring a lot of things to the ball games. I don't bring gum.
I love it.
I don't bring the gum, but wow.
You're bringing my best out of me.
That was a slow 5 count. Now Mentor to inbound, looking, still looking. Finally get it into Collins, caught as Solomon's going to go nose to nose with Collins. Collins will race it ahead into the front court.
Push
Collins
off.
crosses over. Baseline. Iapolo has it. Now top side of Collins on the right wing in front of the logo. They'll find a cutting Iapolo against Lavelle. Use the glass too hard. Brown snatches the board. Ahead to Bova. Bova into the front court. Bova looking, spins. Now caught, picked up his dribble. Back to Solomon. Solomon outside. The Eagles will reset. Solomon dribble, drive, and now going to get a foul, a push, or a travel.
Well, this official called a foul. The other official had a travel. The reason he fell in travel is because he got tripped.
So we'll see what it is. Now they're going to overrule. It's a travel.
Unbelievable.
So they blew the whistle, we're ready to call a foul on the push. Instead, it's a travel. It's a turnover for St. Ed's. Down by 6 with 4:38 to play in the third. Biddle crosses the timeline. Solomon there. Biddle with the basketball, leaves it for Collins. Collins out behind the arc, top side. Right-handed dribble, working, right side, working against Solomon. Mid-block, now to Biddle, top side, 4:23. Now we got a whistle and a foul called
on Bova.
On Bova. Bova grabbed Biddle. And Michael Bova, the Bellarmine commit, picks up his third foul. He leads all scorers. He has 13. Has passed the 1,000 career mark.
And he looked over to Flan and said he's okay.
So Bova will stay in the game. Ferrito's going to play with 3. Bova underneath. Outside it goes Ferrito for 3. Off the rim, no good.
Get him off the back.
Over the back, call. The push in the back against Bova, not called. Now we thought I heard a whistle before Ferrito worked inside and laid it in. It's an 8-point advantage. Grant's going to take a deep 3 and drill it. Splash down for Cam Grant. 5-point game for Menor. 41-36, under 4 to go.
Oh, push off.
Biddle underneath with a big forearm against Lavelle. No call. Corner. Iapolo for 3. In and out. No good. Rebound.
Let's go.
Solomon ahead to Brown. Zion Freer. Brown's going to get the locomotive going to the rack, and he missed the shot. Collins with a rebound again. They're going to come the other way. Biddle. Baseline. Stop. And floats it in. 43-36. 3.5 to go in the third. Cam Grant got an opening. Grant into the lane. Grant picked up his dribble, leaves it for Bova underneath. Bova uses his body.
He got undercut too.
And lays it in. Bova has 15. Eagles back to within 5. Ferrito for the Cardinals will walk it ahead. Into the front court is Ferrito. Leaders by 5. Ferrito going to go to the baseline against Grant. Grant knocked the ball away.
Traveled again.
To the floor, whistle. And now the traveling call comes out.
These two guys won't blow their whistle.
Eagles have it, down by 5, a chance to get within 3. That's as close as they would have been since it was 2-0 an advantage, or 5-3 or 5-2 Menor early in the first quarter.
With as aggressive and hard as we're playing, for Menor not to have a foul this half is telling.
Henry in, Brown is out. Solomon the inbound into Knight. Knight with a right-handed dribble, crosses over the timeline, picked up by Iapolo. Solomon at the hash mark, works topside. Left wing it goes. Lavelle
there he is.
Underneath. Solomon has it, double team.
Get in
Toss shot, no good. Rebound Collins. Collins underneath. Now we got a whistle and a foul called on Henry.
Well, we can't compete, huh?
Foul is called on Wendell Henry, his first. 4 for the Eagles here in the half. 43-38. Ferrito to inbound. Lavelle will guard it. Inbound comes. That's off of Biddle, and instead they'll say it's off of Knight. It'll stay with Menor. Boy, Biddle lost control of that one. Now in front of the St. Ed's student section, Jake Ferrito will have to inbound. Lavelle with his hands extended, looking, comes into Ryan Iapolo. Iapolo working against Grant. Iapolo will race it ahead, crosses the timeline, poked away by Knight, and out of bounds.
And we are that close to getting some of these tips and deflections.
43-38, 2:37 to play here in the third. Eagles down by 5. Inbound comes to Collins. Collins out behind the arc, working against Solomon. Low block, block from behind. Henry has the ball for the St. Ed's, ahead to Knight. Knight's going to work it. Knight stops, leaves it for Wendell Henry. Now Menor wants to travel.
Of course they do.
43-38, 2 storied programs going at it. Grant with a basketball between the circles, off to Lavelle left side. He'll come back out near the timeline. 2 minutes to play in the third. Clearing out. Outside, Grant for 3. Across the rim, no good. Rebound, Solomon. And now we got a whistle. They're going to say Solomon stepped on the baseline. Ooh, spotter up here. Kate Doherty says no, he didn't. Biddle ahead with the basketball outside to Iapolo. Iapolo will kick it to his brother on the far side. Spinning move, leaves it for Ferrito. 3 in the air. High rebound, no good. Rebound pulled in by Collins. Collins throws an elbow, no call. Collins spins, shifts his pivot foot, and still gets the basket.
Someone needs to hit. Someone needs to box him out really hard.
45-38. Lead is ballooned back to 7. 1:30 to play here in the third. Knight with a basketball, calling for a pick. Doesn't get one, now leaves it for Grant. Grant's going to work into the lane. Grant spins, leaves. Henry, easy lay-in on the backside for Wendell Henry. Henry's first 2 points tonight. The lead is back to 5. 45-40 as we approach the 1 minute mark of the third quarter. Biddle working against Knight. Biddle charging in, and they will get.
Unbelievable.
I believe that's Danny Lavelle with the call. Coach Flannery can't believe it. 5 fouls in the quarter against St. Ed's, not one on Menor, and it will send Biddle to the free throw line where he shoots 78% on the season. 45-40, Menor leads by 5. Winner gets Hoban on Saturday afternoon here at Copley. First one from Biddle is good. Biddle now with 12, looking for 13 at the line. Next one is up and good. Biddle converts both. The lead is 7. Ferrito to the bench. Kickens checks in. The Eagles will go with Bova, Grant, Knight, Henry, and Lavelle. Bova will walk it ahead. Under a minute to go in the quarter. 47-40. Bova behind the back dribble. Bova has it poked away. Bova in the lane. Bova off the glass. Good!
That's why we need him in there.
Michael Bova with 17. The lead is 5. Eagles just can't crack it within that. Collins for Menor will dribble ahead. Outside. Iapolo deep 3. In and out. No good. Tipped. Rebound out of bounds off of Menor. And St. Ed's will have it with 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Brown quickly off the bench. Zion Freer-Brown will check in. Henry will go to the bench in a substitution move.
Absolutely. Z could shoot the 3.
47-42. St. Ed's down by 5. They have the basketball. 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Michael Bova in the backcourt. Bova will come near side, approach the timeline into the front court. 30 seconds to play. Picked up there by Iapolo. Bova underneath Brown. Easy lay-in. Good. 47-44. It's a 3-point ball game. Looking. Kiggins gets it in. Kiggins will get it back. Caught in the backcourt. Ball is still loose. Collins has it. And that's a close to a 10 count, not called. Biddle had it tipped, knocked away, out of bounds with 2 seconds to go. Perusik off the bench. He'll check in.
Pulling Bova out. Smart move.
Will check out. 2 seconds, 2.1 technically to play in the quarter. 47-44 in a barn burner. Menor leads by a bucket, basically. We'll see what they draw up to the Cardinals. They get it into Collins. Collins off the glass, no good at the buzzer. And we go to the fourth in a very, very competitive ball game.
Wow.
3 quarters in the books from Copley High School. Menor 47, St. Ed's 44. We'll take a timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
Students are empowered to grow in their faith, achieve personal excellence, make lifelong friends, and fulfill the virtues of student leadership. No matter who you are, you'll always be empowered to be your best at St. Edward High School. Contact the Office of Admissions at 216-521-2204.
Being in St. Ed's has taught me how to become a leader and how to talk when I feel like I need to talk and say the things that I need to say.
Like, we call for leadership. Like, I know I have these talents, but I'm just gonna like kind of sit back and just let everything happen. Like, now I'm gonna step up and make it happen.
I think Ed's does one of the best jobs around of allowing a person to make their own path. If you want to be an individual that has an impact in this community, you have all the resources to do so. Wow, this place wants me to be something great.
Welcome back to Copley High School. Ed Doherty, Donnie O'Toole here from the Division I Cleveland Regional Championship, or semifinals, not the championship, semifinals. Chris Mendoza, Kate Doherty joining us here as well to make the production happen on the Eagles Sports Network. 47-44, Menor on top by 3 as we start the fourth. Jake Ferrito will inbound for the Cardinals. They'll bring it ahead to Collins. Collins looking, guarded there by Danny Lavelle. Collins, ball taken away, steal by St. Ed's. Ahead is Knight. Knight dribbling into the lane, leaves it for Brown. Brown to the window, laid it in! And St. Ed's is within a point, as close as they've been since it was 5-2 in the first. Brown with 7.
Good defensive pressure. We got playing some great defense here. Now it's scale. Oh, he traveled! He traveled! He hopped! He hopped!
Where's the whistle? What do we got? A foul on St. Ed's? They do. They have a foul on Danny Lavelle. His second. 6 on St. Ed's in the half. None on Menor in the first 8.5 minutes of the second half. 7:38 to play. It's a 1-point ball game. Iapolo caught in the backcourt. Iapolo steps through the double team, threw it away.
Right to Bova.
Bova has it. Bova looking to attack. Bova outside. Knight lines up a three. He's long. Rebound. Freer-Brown lays it in. St. Ed's with the lead. The Eagles are on top 48-47.
What a defensive effort we're putting on right here.
7:13 to play in the basketball game. St. Ed's on top for the first time since they led 2-0. 48-47. Collins finds a lane. Collins down the lane. No. Missed the basket. Ball was blocked. Loose on the floor. We got a whistle and a jump ball. The arrow belongs to the Eagles, and they'll get it on the baseline. Woo! Even I had to stand up.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Not bad for my first broadcast with you guys. 48-47. St. Ed's with the lead and the basketball. Just under 7 minutes to go. Bova ahead. He'll work right wing in front of the bench. Bova to Knight. Knight knifing in from the elbow. Soft jumper, no good. Rebound is loose. Biddle has it. Controlled, knocked away. Off of Biddle. He couldn't corral it, and St. Ed's will get it back.
Yeah, can't settle for shots. We got to. Hold on. Flan's going to get a timeout right here. Good timeout by Flan. Let me tell you why real quick. Because we started to stand a little bit. We stopped moving. We got momentum now. So he's got to set up some plays where guys are passing, moving, striking the match to set those picks and get an easy bunny.
This was 19-5 early second quarter. St. Ed's closed it to within 5 at halftime, and now have taken the lead 48-47, 6:41 to play in the basketball game.
A lot of time left.
St. Ed's has 6 fouls. Menor will shoot free throws from here on out. Menor has not committed a foul, which might be interesting. If they have to foul to send St. Ed's to the line, should the lead
get... A lot of fouls to give, right?
Yes.
I wouldn't say they haven't fouled. It just hasn't been called, but I don't want to start problems.
That's an interpretation, correct?
Interpretation. Mine's usually, as Adam will tell you, I'm usually correct.
6:40 to go. St. Ed's with the basketball. Bova attacking. Bova to the rim. He hit the horn and Bova to the line.
That is just putting the team on your back and willing yourself. That was an unbelievable take by Bova to the hole. Gets fouled and won.
So Bova will go to the line. The lead is up to 3 for St. Ed's. Foul is on Ryan Iapolo, his first. First on Menor in the second half. Bova at the line, 72%, 2 for 2 tonight, make it 3 for 3, and St. Ed's has a 4-point advantage.
Got to continue with the defense. Stay with what got us here, and that's great defense.
11-0 run by the Eagles. 51-47, St. Ed's by 4. Dribble, drive, Biddle, no good. Rebound St. Ed's. Cam Grant will give it to Bova. Bova ahead. Bova down the lane. Bova outside the Knight. Now Brown, the lefty for 3. Off the rim, no good and out of bounds. It'll belong to Menor. Woo, everybody catch your breath. 6:13 to go.
Come on. Hey, we're okay. We're okay. That's a good open look. You got to take open shots. You got to play with confidence.
51-47, St. Ed's by 4. 6:11 to go. Collins has the basketball caught in the backcourt against Zion Freer-Brown. Ball is tipped away. Brown will take it. Grabbed by Collins, no call. Ahead to Grant. Back to Brown. Brown got fouled and again not called. Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable.
Ferrito has the
basketball, and Brown
got one out.
Then they're going to call that stuff. This is a regional semifinal. That's ridiculous. Adam Mendoza's here. Take my microphone, Adam, because I'm going to go nuts. Unbelievable.
51-47. It'll send Ferrito to the line. Ferrito on the season, though, just 52% from the line.
That's unbelievable.
It's a 1-1. Jake Ferrito, left-hander. First one is up is good. That breaks an 11-0 run for St. Ed's. 51-48, Ferrito has 5, and playing with 3 fouls. He hasn't picked up a foul since the beginning of the second quarter. Ferrito's second is good. He converts both. The lead is 2.
Let's go.
51-49 St. Ed's. Bova will have it. Calmly walking ahead against Iapolo. He'll bring it to the left wing, cross over the timeline, get a pick from Grant topside. Bova dribbles in, now circles back out. They'll kill a little clock. 5:38 to play. Bova has an open lane. Bova's going to attack reverse. Layup is good. That's a highlight reel for Michael Bova. Bova with 22.
Unbelievable. Just carrying this team right now.
53-49. Michael Bova, 22 points. Iapolo for 3, splash.
Yep, that's what he does. Good response by Menor right there.
Back to 1. Iapolo with 11. Bova attacks again. Bova lays it in and scores it.
Cannot stop him.
Michael Bova has 24. 5 minutes to go. St. Ed's by 3. Biddle into the front court to Collins. Collins beyond the arc. Collins left-handed dribble against Knight. Collins looking. Collins pocket pick by Knight. Knight's going to cruise ahead. Knight can 57-52.
No timeout by Menor.
Biddle.
They are going nuts here.
Biddle with a crossover will work into the forecourt. St. Ed's with a 5-point advantage. Iapolo deep. I got a whistle, and he stepped on the sideline. It's a turnover for the Cardinals. St. Ed's will get it back with 4:35 to play.
I might faint right now.
What a ball game. The Eagles were down 19-5.
They had 3 points in the first quarter.
57-52 St. Ed's. Michael Bova with 24 tonight. Solomon with the basketball for St. Ed's. Between the circles, looking right side, finds Knight. Now to Solomon. Solomon going to work baseline, spins against Ferrito. Now to Danny Lavelle out top. Oh my goodness, I'm getting the players mixed up.
It's the excitement. It's awesome.
Oh. Bova with the basketball. Working against Iapolo, working baseline window, foul, but no good on the shot. But Michael Bova will shoot 2 at the line. Bova at the line tonight. Perfect. 3. Oh, check that. 2 for 3. Two for 3 at the line for Bova. St. Ed's leaders by 5. Bova's first up and good.
Way to go, Bova.
52. Bova
way to go, Bova.
25 tonight for Michael Bova.
Get right back in the pressure.
Bova knee bend second on the way, and that's no good. Rebound, Cam Grant's going to fight for it. Ball tipped back inside. Iapolo has it and leaves it for Ferrito. Ferrito working against Lavelle. Ferrito from the mid-post outside, kicks it topside to Collins. Collins dribble, drive, pushes against Grant. Now finds his way inside, still working. Spin move, got the basket, and was fouled.
Tell you what, that kid is tough as nails. That was a great move. Just, there's nothing you can do. The kid's strong and tough. He knew how to use his body to create space and did a great job.
Foul is on Grant, his second. Sends Collins to the line where he shoots 56%.
Yeah, so if we're gonna foul him, we got to make sure he doesn't get the and one.
Collins has an offer from Lake Erie College, but not much more, Donnie. Bova looking outside. Lavelle spots for 3. Long, no good. Rebound by Knight. Can't control it. He flipped it up off the board, and Collins has the rebound. Collins into the front court. Iapolo for 3. Deep one, no good. Rebound, Cam Grant.
Let's go, baby.
Grant out to Bova. 3:15 to go.
Grant's telling him to pull it out. He's telling him to pull it out.
St. Ed's by 4. 58-54. 3 minutes to go. Bova will pound the hardwood, get a pick from Grant, work into the lane, up against the window. No,
go pick him up.
But he will shoot 2. We'll see who the foul is against.
We talked about it. Men are starting to look a little fatigued. You know, they're not subbing a lot of guys, and these guys have been running up and down all game.
Jake Ferrito picks up his 4th foul, and it will send Michael Bova back to the line. Bova tonight 3 of 5 at the line. Leaders by 2 are St. Ed's, and leaders by 3. That's more than a shooter's touch there.
That's living right.
Bova with 26. Eagles by 5. Chance to give St. Ed's their largest lead of the evening. 59-54. Bova looking. That one is a miss by Bova. Rebound pulled in by Iapolo. Off to Collins. Collins left-handed dribble working against Zion Freer-Brown. He'll go low post off the window. No good. Brown with a rebound for St. Ed's. Brown will circle back and leave it for Bova. 2:45 to play in the basketball game. 59-54. Winner tonight gets Archbishop Hoban on Saturday. Loser has their season end.
We're going spread here.
Solomon out near the center circle. Working against Biddle. Pounding to Hardwood. Now he'll work. Hand it off to Bova. Bova will go to the front court corner. Out of Brown. Brown grab.
There's a foul.
Collins grabs him. Collins I have with just one. That is one for Collins. 4 now on Menor, so St. Ed's will inbound in front of their own bench. Solomon will inbound, looking into Grant, back to Solomon. Solomon picked up by Biddle. Solomon hands to Freer-Brown. Eagles will bleed the clock. Out to Solomon. Now we got a whistle and a foul against Biddle. Biddle's first. 5 now on Menor. 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go. Eagles leaders by 5. Possession arrow belongs to the Cardinals. Solomon will inbound. Off to Lavelle. Lavelle back to Solomon, fouled by Biddle. That's his second.
They're doing hack-a-shack now.
Well, for St. Ed's, Bova on the floor, he shoots 72%. Solomon 61. Cam Grant 57 at the line. Lavelle is perfect 5 for 5 this year. Now we got a whistle and a foul on Zion Freer-Brown. That foul will go against Collins. That's his second. 2 minutes to go exactly. Jake Ferrito's going to check back in with 4 fouls. He's going to take over for Michael Harrison, who had checked in the ball game. Brown at the line. Brown 15 of 20 at the line, 75%. The lefty's first is up and good. That front end of the 1-and-1 is key. 60
that
to 54.
Hit the front of the rim, and Dick Fitzpatrick went forward.
Oh, he got it to roll over.
Brothers of Holy Cross.
Brown will get a second one, looking to give the Eagles a 7-point advantage. This one, nothing but net. 3 possession
Good
game.
Good sub here.
Knight in, Brown out.
Right.
Brown leaves with, if I look at the book for Zion Freer-Brown, Brown has 9, 10, 11 for Brown. Biddle, topside Ferrito. Off to Collins. Collins to the corner. Apollo for 3.
Wow.
And a timeout by Menor. That's their 4th timeout they've used. 4-point game, 61-57, 1:46 to go. Ryan Iapolo has 14 tonight for Menor.
That's what they do. You got to get hands up. Can't foul them. You got to get hands up.
Attention St. Edward alumni, there's a way for you to reconnect with your fellow Eagle graduates. Join Eagle Connect by logging on to schsconnect.net or go through the alumni tab on the school's website. Catch up with old friends and leverage the trusted St. Ed's community and expand your professional network. That is Eagle Connect at schsconnect.net.
Do we have any stats on who our best free throws are? Shooters are?
Free throw shooters for St. Ed's. Bova at 72%. Lavelle is 5 for 5 this year. Lucas Perusic 8 for 10. Brown is 75%. That's the best we have as a team. We shoot 67% from the line, 207 for 310 this year.
How many we timeouts left too? We have a bunch of timeouts, right?
We should have, I believe, 3 timeouts. Menor's already used 4.
So they should have 1 left.
1 remaining. 61-57. St. Ed's by 4. They will have the basketball with Bova to inbound. He can run the baseline following the make. Looking. Bova will call timeout. Now he'll be stationary after the timeout with 1:46 to play.
He's stationary now?
Off the timeout?
I don't know.
we're trying to find out if Michael Bova has to stay still or if he can run the floor. I know at different levels
we can run it. Is what Coach Franny Gallagher said. We'll see when the officials come.
Winner tonight plays Saturday afternoon against Archbishop Hoban for the regional championship. The winner of that game will go on to the Final Four at UD Arena this year.
I think that's Mike Clark. I think I went to high school with him. I'm serious. He's a bowler.
61-57. St. Ed's by 4. Brown to inbound. He can run the baseline if he chooses to. Brown looking. Long pass is going to come ahead to Lavelle. Lavelle will corral it. Lavelle to the glass. Lays it in. 6-point advantage, 1:40 to play. Harrison with the basketball. He gives it to Collins. Collins will work it ahead against Lavelle. Collins inside, out, 3 in the air. Good. Apollo with the three-pointer. It's a 3-point game. Ball knocked away by Collins. It'll belong to St. Ed's. 63-60, 1:26 to play.
We need a bucket here.
Iapolo has 6 buckets tonight. 5 of them are from distance. 17
Watch him hold.
points.
Look at him holding them. He's holding them.
Into Cam Grant. There's a foul called on Menor. Call is on Collins, his 3rd. It will send Cam Grant to the free throw line. Grant on the season 57%, 13 of 23. It is a 1-and-1 for Grant. If he makes the first, it's a 2-possession game. 1:25 to play in the basketball game. St. Ed's has overcome a 14-point deficit in the first half. First one is up and perfect from Grant. Stroked it with confidence.
Yeah, he did. No, he did. I'm not saying a word.
4-point advantage for St. Ed's. 64-60,
I'm not even going to look.
1:25 to go. Grant's second, up, and good.
Ice. Just ice in the veins.
Textbook 5-point advantage. Collins will work it ahead for Menor. Crosses the timeline, picked up there by Knight. Collins right side to Biddle. Biddle thought about a 3. Clock is moving, 1:17 to play. Biddle stationary
5
against Bova. Now back off to Collins. Collins working against Knight. Out near the center circle. Crossover dribble by Collins. Outside the arc, has to go right side. In the corner, 3-pointer is blocked. Iapolo went for 3 and it was knocked away by Cam Grant.
How big of a block is that? That's huge.
Cam Grant averaging a block and a half a game, nothing bigger. 63 seconds to go. 65-60 St. Ed's. Inbound. Ferrito looking. Gets it into Collins. Collins in the corner. Knight in his face. Collins jab step. Now out near the hash mark. Right wing crossover. Collins going to go to the glass. Missed the shot.
Offensive.
Against Collins.
So who took it too? Who took that charge? Bova did. Bova took that charge. Huge.
Collins has 4.
That's huge right there.
Wow. And Bova with 3 fouls, willing to step in and run it. Brown will come into inbound. 55 seconds to play. St. Ed's 65. Menor 60. Iapolo will be in the face. Ball comes into Lavelle. Lavelle steps through the double team and got called for a travel.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
Turnover by St. Ed's, gives it back to Menor. Menor on the baseline, trails by 5. 52.4 seconds to go. Ferrito will trigger. Lavelle in his face, off to Collins. Top side it goes.
Corner.
Ferrito walked with the basketball.
No, they called a foul on us.
Oh my goodness. Ferrito took 2 steps and a foul was called against St. Ed's. Was it on Knight? Donnie, was it on Knight? Is
yes.
that who they got?
No.
On Cam.
Yeah.
Cam Grant. Or on Lavelle? They're going to call it on Lavelle. They held up 11, but they put 10 on the board. So it will be against Lavelle. His 3rd. To the line is Collins. Collins, 56%. Collins today has 16 points. First one is up and no good. Rebound.
Get him off the back.
Who's got the rebound? Loose ball to Biddle, controlled by Menor. Iapolo for a deep 3, rattles around, no good. Brown snatches the rebound, 2-handed, and grabbed by Biddle. Biddle's 3rd, Brown to the line.
Huge rebound by Z. Just been doing it all year long. He just has a nose for the ball.
Brown 2 for 2 at the line tonight. Eagles are leaders by 5. If he hits both, it's a 3-possession game with 35 seconds to play. Brown, the lefty, spins the ball, tosses good. 66-60, St. Ed's by 6. 35 seconds to play. Brown tonight, 12 points, 3 at the line. Harrison out. Collins back. Brown's second is good. Rattles home 67-60. St. Ed's by 7. 35 seconds to go.
Unbelievable.
Menor will have the basketball. They will inbound with Ferrito.
And listen,
Collins on the floor.
Didn't mean to interrupt you. You know, this is not over. This is not over. We cannot give up a 3 here.
Biddle going to travel hard to the baseline.
Deep.
Nothing there. Picked off
Steal.
by Knight. Ball is loose. Bova has it. Bova's going to go coast to coast. Bova to the rack. No call. Oh,
there's a
whistle.
call. They got him.
Ooh. I thought they were going to let him go initially. Michael Bova to the line. Bova with 26. A chance.
What an absolute unbelievable game.
Michael Bova right now has a chance to make this a 9-point game. He will shoot 2 as that's the 10th foul on Menor, all in the quarter.
All in the quarter.
Bova. Good. 68-60 St. Ed's. This was 47-40. It's a 28-13. 29-13 run for St. Ed's. 69-60 leaders with 23 seconds to go.
Unbelievable.
Menor ahead. Collins on the outside. Collins going to launch a 3. Long, no good. Rebound by Solomon. Leaves it for Bova. Bova can basically run it out.
Unbelievable. What a victory for St. Edwards.
Menor waves the white flag, and St. Ed's is going to the regional championship with a comeback win against the Cardinals.
I got goosebumps. Unbelievable.
Final tonight from Copley High School. St. Ed's 69, Menor 60. We'll see you on Saturday afternoon. Oh my goodness.
And the calmness that this team had, there was a lot of opportunity that they could have just packed it in tonight. When we got down 12 or 13, this team just doesn't know how to quit. Flan had a timeout, a 30-second timeout, and he said some encouraging words in the huddle, as I'll put it, and that's when the game changed. We started getting in their grill defensively. We didn't let the fact that we weren't getting calls done. It was just an unbelievable run by the Eagles.
It was 12-3 Menor after the first quarter. Cardinals led it 32-25 at halftime. St. Ed's got their chisels out, Donnie, and they chipped it away. 47-44 going to the fourth quarter, and they ran away with it in the fourth. They win it tonight 69-60. Final stats are coming momentarily. Your final thoughts on tonight's ball game?
Bova carried us. I mean, Bova, everyone fed off Bova's energy. The kid just doesn't he just doesn't get tired. Great adjustments by Coach Flannery and his staff. We hung in there. Our defense was great. We started getting deflections. This team just kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and they deserved to play on Saturday.
Well, this is the third time in 12 years these two teams have met in a regional basketball game. In the previous 2, the team that had the early 14-point advantage lost the game. Tonight, the script continued as Menor led 19-5 at one point. Actually, it was 21-5 at one point in the ball game, and St. Ed's tonight comes back from 16 down to win it by 9.
Unbelievable.
69-60.
Unbelievable.
For St. Ed's. Michael Bova tonight wins it, maybe single-handedly for St. Ed's. Michael Bova, 28 points in the ball game for the Eagles. And we'll look at the St. Ed's totals right here. Michael Bova, 28 points for the Eagles. Lavelle had 9. Grant had 9. Knight had 6. Zion Freer-Brown, he also had 13 points tonight. 4 key free throws in the fourth quarter.
And and that's attributed to the schedule they play. That's attributed to the way they practice, the way they, every day Flan's got them doing the fundamentals. And that's what wins games. free throws, sticking together as a team, defensive. I mean, the accolades go on and on.
11 of 13 from the line in the fourth quarter was St. Ed's tonight.
Wow. Unbelievable.
And so with
Dr.
that,
Soleil.
St. Ed's wins it tonight.
Jesus Christ, my heart was
Next broadcast for the Eagles will be on Saturday afternoon. Adam Mendoza will be back to call the ball game with you, Mr. O'Toole, on that broadcast. But that is going to wrap it up here. Well, maybe we won't wrap it up. Instead, we'll have the voice.
No, if you're going to wrap it up, wrap it up. I mean, I have no problem with that. I was able to listen all the way up from Columbus after a very tough loss with the basketball team, and you guys did a great job. You kept him in check, and that takes a lot. But
warm. I said by now I'm usually grabbing his shirt.
But usually when I got here, I didn't know the score, and I guess we just had gone up, and people were like, "Oh, you came at the right time." So once again, great call. I think this is a great comeback win for the Eagles. And you were talking about previous games.
Yes.
And it's whoever had that big lead early on lost it, and it played true again in this matchup.
Yep, and we had it in 2010, had it in 2017, and again, tonight, 16-point deficit for the Eagles. They were down 21-5 at one point, early second, come back to win it by 9. They went on a 29-13 run late in the second half there to close it out.
And they really did a good job. They were in the face defensively. I thought it was a very good job of what I was able to hear. I know Donnie was a little on the officials again, and you saw some no calls, but overall, I think this is a very good win for St. Ed's against a very hot Menor team.
Well, Menor had won 11 in a row coming in, and maybe weren't expected to be here because they had to get by a very tough Brush team previous, and they did, and they handled Brush in that district championship game to come in here and to take a big lead, 21-5, and to let it slip away. St. Ed's, it just seemed like it's just methodical, almost lunch pail-like, just worked it down. They worked it down to 10. Then they got it to 7, got it to 4 at the end of, or 3 at the end of the third quarter before they got the lead in the fourth.
And in some other games where they had big deficits, they were not able to get over that hump, like against a Richmond Heights or Brecksville. They got to within a couple points and they weren't able to do it. But tonight they were able to, and they've got a very tough Akron-Hoban team on Saturday.
Yeah, Hoban coming off a big win against Green. Hoban wasn't expected to be where they're at, and so they're playing with house money, really, as they have shown over the last couple of games that they belong in the Final 8 as well.
Absolutely right. Why don't you wrap things up here?
I will. Michael Bova leads the way for St. Ed's, 28 points tonight. Bova ends up with a career best now, over 1,000 points now for Michael Bova. So that is going to wrap it up from Copley High School as St. Ed's wins it tonight, 69-60 in the Division I regional semifinal matchup against Menor. They'll play Archbishop Hoban on Saturday afternoon. A lot of folks to thank before we leave. Andy Jolwin is the athletic director here at Copley High School. Did a nice job, great accommodations for us. Jeff Casella and Kevin Hickman, the ADs at both schools, providing us information, getting us set for you, Adam, letting me come in and be able to do this game and stopping by.
Stopping by.
You did. You had to come by, right?
Yeah.
On your way home, sort of.
Traffic was moving very fast on the highway, and I still wasn't passing up anybody on 71.
Chris Mendoza was our on-site producer and engineer. Kate Doherty was our statistician. Donnie O'Toole was my partner. Ahmed Doherty saying so long from Copley High School. Once again, the final tonight, the St. Edward Eagles 69, the Menor Cardinals 60. Tonight's game has been a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.